Okay, dear students, good afternoon to everyone. Let's just start the second live revision class. Before we start the class, just write in the chat box. I strongly believe that I am properly audible to everyone. The voice is crystal clear. Just write in the chat box, yes or no. It should be very clear. Okay, that's great. Okay, students, in today's class, we'll be revising different scenarios of calculating income tax liability. And then actually, from the next week onwards, then everything will come onto the Kaplan kit, and we'll be then discussing multiple topics in one class. Because so far, number of students, they have not seen many lectures. Can you both of the students tell me how many lectures each one of you have seen so far? What is the number? How many lectures so far you have seen? Just write in the chat box. Just share the number. Okay, let's see the number 19. What about other student? Okay, let's see. Question. I want everyone to try this question. Employment income. Let's say the employment income is 15,000. Saving income is 15. Dividend income is, let's say, 5. Required is income tax liability. I'm just giving you 2 minutes. Give me the answer. Just 2 minutes. I need income tax. Employment income, we know that it's a non-saving income. So first column is for the non-saving income. The second column is saving income. Then we have got dividend income and total. I'm just writing directly to save the time. Employment income is a non-saving income. Then we have saving income 15,000. Then we have got dividend income 5,000. Total is 35. Personal allowance 12,570. Taxable income 15,000 minus 12,570, 2430. Saving is 15. Of course, when we apply income tax rate, so first we have to apply tax rate on non-saving. Definitely 2430 falls in basic rate band. Applicable rate is 20%. Non-saving income 486. Okay, now taxable income in the column of non-saving is less than 5,000. It means entire starting rate band is not consumed. Starting rate band for the saving income limit is 5,000. Logically, out of 5, we have consumed only 2430. Still, how much space in the starting rate band is left? 2570. So, starting rate band, saving income 2570 into 0% is obviously 0. After that, we have to see individuals' tax status of tax paying, and then we decide nil rate band for the saving income. By looking at total taxable income 22,430, we can easily decide this individual is a basic rate taxpayer. Whoever is a basic rate taxpayer gets nil rate band £1,000 for the saving income. So nil rate band saving income 1000 into 0% is 0. Out of 15, we have taken 2570 in the starting rate band, 1000 in the saving. Let's see how much is 1000 in the nil rate band. How much is left? 15 minus 2570 minus 1000. Obviously, saving income still it is left 11,430. Definitely 11,430 falls in basic rate band. Applicable rate is 20%. I'm getting 2286. Now dividend income. For dividend income, can I say irrespective of individual's tax paying status, every individual gets nil rate band of £500. So dividend nil rate band. £500 into 0 is obviously 0. Then dividend income. Remaining dividend income is 4,500. Entire remaining 4,500 dividend income falls in basic rate band and applicable rate is 8.75%. And these income tax rates, they will be given to you in exam. Okay. Let's take it 394 because I'm getting 393.75. So here comes income tax liability 486, 2286 plus 394. Students, I'm getting 3166. That's great. The answer given by the student is correct. Let's have one more question. Another question. This time I want every one of you to attempt this, okay? Employment income is 80,000. Saving income is 20. Dividend income is 20. Okay, dividend income, just changing the dividend income to 15. We have pay as you earn. Let's say 5,000. I just need income tax payable. I'm giving you around 5 minutes. Every one of you kindly attempt this. Okay. Employment income is a non-saving income. We know that. 80,000. Saving income 20. Dividend income is 15. Total is 1,15,000. Now we have to check how much personal allowance is available. Because when your adjusted net income is more than 1 lakh, then you have to see will you be getting exactly 12,570 or less than that. We do not have any gross PPC in this question. We don't have any gross gifted donation. So simply net income becomes your adjusted net income. Adjusted net income format is net income. From the net income we deduct gross PPC. We do not have in this question. We do deduct gross gifted donation. We do not have that also. Net income is 1,15,000. We deduct gross gift aid donation. We do not have in this question. We do deduct gross PPC. We do not have it. So 1,15,000. It is more than 1 lakh. So obviously personal allowance 12,570 is not available. Simply less 1,15,000 minus, just a minute. Minus 1 lakh. 7,500. 12,570 minus 7,500. I'm getting 5070. Taxable income. 80,000 minus 5070. 74,930. 20 and 15. 1,15,000 minus 5070. I'm getting 109930. Now let's calculate tax. Non-saving 30, basic rate band is 37,700. Applicable rate is 20%. 7540. From 74,930, we'll deduct 37,700. Whatever comes that falls in high rate band, 74,930 minus 37,700. 37,230. Applicable rate is 40%. 14,892. Now, by looking at 1,09,930, we can easily decide this individual is a high rate taxpayer. Whoever is a high rate taxpayer gets nil rate band £500 for the saving income. So, saving income, nil rate band, 500 into 0% is 0. Out of 20,500 we have taken in nil rate band, so obviously remaining 19,500 falls in high rate band. Applicable rate is 40%. 7,800. Dividend income, when it comes to dividend income, every individual gets nil rate band £500 irrespective of the tax paying status. So dividend nil rate band. Now remaining dividend income, which is 14,500, obviously falls in higher rate band where applicable rate is 33.75%. So 14,500 into this, I'm getting 4,894. This will be your income tax liability. $7,540 plus 14,892 plus 7,800 plus 4,894. 35,126 less pay. Pay as you earn. The tax which is already paid in advance, it is 5,000. So again, answer given by the student is perfectly all right. That is your income tax payable. That is your income tax payable. Okay. Now let's see. Employment income is 80,000. Saving income is 40. Dividend income is 10,000. Gross personal pension contribution. Gross PPC is 30. Let me change this. Gross PPC is 50,000. Required. Calculate income tax saving from gross PPC. Students, you have to tell us how much tax is safe. How will you basically deal with this question? Simply, you have to calculate income tax liabilities two times. First, calculate income tax liability by ignoring gross PPC. Then recalculate income tax liability with gross PPC. Difference, you will automatically get to know how much income tax you are saving due to this gross PPC. Let me repeat the approach. First, calculate income tax liability by ignoring gross PPC, then recalculate income tax liability by considering gross PPC. Difference will be your income tax saving. I'm giving 5 minutes to each one of you. Quickly attempt and give me the answer. This time I would request kindly every one of you do attempt this and share your answers. Student, first will be calculating income tax liability by ignoring gross PPC. Income tax liability without gross PPC. So simply we have got employment income, which is a non-saving income, saving, dividend and total. Employment income is 80,000. Saving income is 40. Dividend income is 10,000. So I'll get 130. Can I say now logically personal allowance is going to be 0? Why personal allowance 0? Let me show you the working. Taxable income 80,000. Okay, that's great. We have got other answers as well. Taxable income is 80. Here it is 40 and then 10. If there is no gross PPC, then your adjusted net income is equal to obviously net income. Net income is 1,30,000. And here the net income is actually adjusted net income because we are ignoring gross PPC. When your adjusted net income is more than equal to 1,25,140, then personal allowance becomes 0. Now let's calculate income tax. Of course, non-saving 37,700 into 20%, 7,540. From this 80,000, I will deduct 37,700. I'm getting 42,300 into 40%. 16,920. Now, look at this 1,30,000. Can I say the taxable income is 1,30,000? So, by looking at 130, we can easily say this individual is an additional rate taxpayer. And can I say additional rate taxpayer does not get nil rate band for the saving income? Why we are saying this individual is an additional rate taxpayer? Because total taxable income 130 is more than 1,25,140. Higher rate band ends at 125,140. So this individual is an additional rate taxpayer. That is a no nil rate band for the saving income. Okay. Here comes the saving income. Entire saving income falls in higher rate band. Applicable rate 40%, 16,000. Okay, now for the dividend income. Can I say in case of dividend income, every individual gets nil rate band of £500. So dividend nil rate band, £500 into 0%. Now we have to check how much space is left for the higher rate band. Actually, 1,25,140. This is the limit of higher rate band, and out of that we have utilized 80. We have utilized 40. We have also used 500. So 1,25,140 minus 80,000 minus 40,000 minus 500. We still have 4640. Dividend income 4640 falls in high rate band. Applicable rate is 33.75%. One five double six. Okay, now out of 10,000, the remaining dividend income actually falls in additional rate band. From 10,000, we'll deduct 500 and 4640. 10,000 minus 500 minus 4640. I'm getting 4860. Applicable rate is 39.35%. Uh, 1864. So here comes income tax liability without gross PPC. 7540 plus 16920 plus 16,000 plus 1566 plus 1864. Students, I'm getting 43,890. This is when there is no gross PPC. Now let's recalculate with gross PPC. First of all, let's say now income tax liability. Income tax liability. And with gross PPC 50. Non-saving income, saving income, dividend income. Employment income is non-saving 80, 40, and then 10. Total. Can I say entire personal allowance 12,570 will be available? I'll show you the working as well, don't worry at all. Let's say working 2. $80,000 minus 12,570. 67,430. Student total, I'm getting 1,17,430. Basically, net income is just an idea of ANI. Net income is 1,30,000. But we need to deduct gross PPC, which is 50,000. So you get adjusted net income is 80. So whenever your adjusted net income is equal to less than 1 lakh, then entire personal allowance 12,570 is available. Another working, basic and higher rate band both will increase by gross PPC. So basic rate band 37,700 plus the gross PPC 50, 87,700. Higher rate band 1,25,140 plus 50. So 1,25,140 plus 50. 1,75,140. Okay. Of course, entire 64,430 now falls in basic rate band because due to gross PPC, basic rate band limit has increased. Working to non-saving 67,430 into 20%. 67,430 into 20, I'm getting 13,486. Of course, by looking at 1,17,430, we can say that this individual is a higher rate taxpayer. Why? Now the higher rate taxpayer limit is 1,75,140 in this question. I'm not comparing this 1,17,430 with 125,140. No, I'm comparing with 1,75,140 because now in this question, higher rate band limit is 175,140. If this individual was having taxable income more than 1,75,140, then this individual would have been an additional taxpayer. Right now, the income is more than 7,700, which is the basic rate band limit, but less than 175,140. So that is why this individual is a higher rate taxpayer, and higher rate taxpayer gets nil rate band £500 for the saving income. So saving nil rate band. Okay. Now let's check how much space is left in the basic rate band. 87,700, out of that 6,7,430 we have utilized 500 also. So how much is left? 87,700 minus 6,430 minus 500. I'm getting 19,770. 19,770 applicable rate is 20%. 3,954. Now, let's see how much saving income is left. Now, whatever saving income is left, that falls in higher rate band. From this 40, we'll deduct 500 nil rate band, then 19,770. Students, I'm getting 19,730. Applicable rate is 40%. 7,892. Dividend income is 10,000. So dividend nil rate band. Every individual for the dividend income gets nil rate band 500. Entire 9,500 of the dividend income falls in high rate band. Applicable rate is 33.75%. Let's take 3,206. So here comes income tax liability 13,486 plus 3,954 plus 7,892 plus 3,206. Students, I'm getting 28,538. So let's see, this is income tax liability. So income tax saving. From, okay, income tax saving, let me show you. What was the amount earlier? Earlier, the liability amount was 43890. Now it is 28,538. 43890 minus 28538. I'm getting 15,352. But the story does not end here. Now, actually, come here. Calculate income tax saving from gross PPC and total relief. They are asking you to calculate income tax saving as well as total relief. When it says total relief, now things will change. Now try to understand. We are saving income tax. There is no doubt about it. We are saving 15,352, but they're asking, give us the total tax relief. Just don't give us only income tax saving. Now try to understand total relief. Whenever an individual actually contributes in PPC, whatever individual contributes, it is 80%. 20% is paid by HMRC. Basically, take it like this as an insurance policy. Actually, you have paid 80% of that amount into the insurance policy. 20% of that amount, 20% of PPC is actually paid by HMRC, and that is also a relief for you, which means that 20% paid by HMRC. 50,000 is the gross amount, 20% is given by HMRC. So logically, total tax relief is 25,352. I strongly believe this calculation is clear to everyone. Student, is that clear? You can just reply, please, quickly. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's just nice. Okay, students, in today's class, I just wanted to discuss a little, I would say, income tax calculation. But I really want every one of you try to little bit speed up. But from next class onwards, definitely, inshallah, we'll start practicing questions from Kaplan Kit as we did in the very first class. But from the next class, definitely. And the duration of the class, slowly and gradually, revision class time, duration will increase. Day will remain one, but duration will definitely increase. But I would again say, please try to watch the lectures, obviously, as soon as possible. Every one of you should be having a planner or study planner also. If you don't have the study planner, do ask admin. They will share the study planner with you. So that is all about for today's class. So thank you very much for coming up for today's class. And I hope you and other students, everyone will come from the next class onwards. Do give the feedback on today's class in your relevant WhatsApp groups. Thank you.